We're taking this up a notch, aren't we? We're trying a brand new site called Round the World, or Run the World. It's a bit untested. We haven't tested it much, but I think it's looking pretty good so far, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. I like the visual layout and that sort of thing. And as we know, there's a lot of stuff a lot of different platforms out there. And when we made this event, we didn't really want to focus just on the platform, but really more on the experience, and hence the topics as well, in terms of how we actually talk about things and that sort of thing. So take a few minutes to kind of get used to it. If you haven't joined us before, please just look at the buttons, and you can, if you've got a profile, you can actually connect with people a lot easier than on Zoom and that sort of thing. So we're going to get pretty much rolling. We want to produce I guess the ultimate objective here is to have a discussion around the digital experience, but also how it plays into everything that we do online. And to us, it's quite important. And we've kind of realized that, hey, there's things that we can do that are really, really important here, that allow us to build a better digital experience for our customers, for our audience, for everybody. And it's not just limited to social media per se, but it's really how we actually are able to connect with our audience. We want to explore that. We've got a couple of questions here that we want to ask and have a discussion. So as Keith mentioned, if you're wanting to come on, we'd love to hear from everybody. We do obviously have limited time, so we're going to do it like Clubhouse. Who here has been on Clubhouse? Put it in the chat if you can, or in the comment, where you come on stage, share your ideas, answer the question, whatever the case may be. Yeah, you do have to grab the mic first, and then hopefully we can transition so you can come up on stage early or whatever, if you want to say something or talk about a specific topic or something like that as well. So
Doyle, why don't we leave you lead? Okay, Keith and I, right? We can be in the audience, and let's get rolling with the agenda meeting.
Yeah. No, for sure. And Irene's the one, our taskmaster. Master.
Things going well. Yeah. So let's have this excitement going. So
yeah, no, for sure. So let's get started. So the question that we wanted to be able to talk about first off was the three questions, rather, for Global Social Media Day 2021. Does social media still work, right? Are we able to use it? How can we actually make it better as well? So I mean, it is kind of a big question to ask, but I'm curious to know, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, who's using social media, and how are you using it that you feel is different and excited, and you're able to create that experience? Who would like to come up and chat? Just as I said, just grab the mic, and if you want to talk about it too, you can start grabbing the mic now as well, and then I'll bring you on stage, and then we can continue the discussion. So I know it might be late or early in your morning, but let's have somebody come and join in on the conversation. So is social media still working for business, and how can we create a better experience to capitalize on it? All right, we've got our first volunteer or victim. No. All right, so let's get Viveka and Indra on stage, and it might take a few seconds to get started. So welcome.
Hello.
Right. Hello. How are you?
Good. Are you getting feedback? I can always put these things on.
Not too bad. Yeah. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So welcome. Yeah. Give us a quick little 10-second. Who am I? Where I am, and then let's get into the topics. And I've got Indra as well, and Elaine. I'll bring Elaine on just momentarily too. So yeah. So go ahead, Viveka.
Sure. My name is Viveka Von Rosen. I'm the Chief Visibility Officer with Vengresso. We're a digital sales transformation company. I'm trying to figure out which camera I have. I think that one. We're heavily involved in the B2B community and the B2B sellers crowd. So for us, I mean, obviously social selling is really important, because that's what we teach people how to do, especially with what we've gone through with the pandemic. But, I think, as with everyone else probably on the call, we're trying to teach people how to do it the right way, because I don't know about the rest of you, but you probably had clients who heard, yeah, you got to get on social. good luck with that. And then,
But,
right. And then, and people were doing it really, really badly. So one of the things that we do is teach people how to use LinkedIn in particular and social video well when trying to sell, especially, to move beyond or aside of marketing and actually move into that selling space.
Yeah. And so how do you do that? Like, how do you sort of enhance that? How do you enhance that sort of experience as part of social selling? And by the way, that's one of our topics also when we jump to the round tables in about 45 minutes. We're going to have one table around social selling. So I'd love you to come in and jump in on that one if you want.
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to. Yeah, I think it's so important for people to engage on social like they would in real life. And I don't know what it is about LinkedIn that makes people think that they can get on there and be like, buy my stuff, here's my business card, buy my stuff. Like, they don't have conversations with people first. They don't get to know people first. They use automation, which 9 times out of 10 they do badly, and it actually closes their account down. I think it's the reason that, LinkedIn has such a bad rap. I mean, if we look in our inbox, like literally go to your LinkedIn inbox right now, look at, the last 10 invitations to connect you had. And it was all very clearly, hey, let's connect. And then I'm going to put you on my newsletter without your permission. And then I'm going to, try and get you to buy my stuff, even though I've done nothing to learn about who you are or what your needs are, what your point of pain are, or if there's even like a relevant relationships that we can have here. So I never answer questions quickly. To answer your question, we teach people how to do things the right way, from building a brand that's strong. So when people do go to their profile and look at them, they're not like, oh yeah, no, I'm not working with that person. I have stories about that, but we can save that to the round table. Having the right mindset, learning how to engage with people first. And then from engaging, then you can have the conversation, then you can connect, then you can potentially, start a call to action or start for the ask. But you don't have the right to ask for anything until you get to know the person first.
So why do people do that then? Why do they just jump into let's get married?
Because exactly. I used to say that, buy me a drink first. It's not even getting married, it's getting stoinked.
Okay, stoinked. The word of the day, stoink. Social media day, hashtag stoink.
At least when you get married, you romanced a little bit first.
Yeah, there you go.
I think there's bad training out there. There's these, the automation, I'm sure there are people and companies and tools that do automation the right way. But I think the problem is, and again, if you check your inbox right now, you probably have some of these automated invitations. There are these companies going, oh yeah, we're going to get you lead gen. We're going to get you 100,000, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000 awesome leads off of LinkedIn every month. And it's going to be great. And all you have to do is pay us $1,000 a month. And then they shove your LinkedIn profile into their platform or what tool or whatever they're using. And they don't care when you get shut down because too many people said they don't know you. They don't care that you've killed your reputation. They're just like showing you that you can get these leads. The leads might be someone who, for whatever reason, actually accepted the invitation to connect. But people want easy. They want, I'm going to give you $1,000 a month. You're going to get me all these leads. We're going to close deals, and there's all these, we've all seen them, get rich quick, watch my webinar and make $1 million bull crap out there. And you gotta be human. You gotta be human.
Perfect. Yeah. That's a really good summary. Is that's what I think what's been missing a lot in social media and the interactions, and that's part of that human experience too. It's like, how do we adapt it? How do we make it better? Thank you so much for your insights, and we'll probably get you back up on stage as well. Indra, do you want to come say a few words then? Please feel free. What do you thank you, Vivica.
Hi. I just I found that just so refreshing, and I was trying to suppress my laughter so much because I've been working on building my brand, and Keith has been quite a coach to me on exploring all these options, and I've been very active suddenly on Twitter and Instagram and everything. And then just recently I ventured onto LinkedIn, and it was exactly the experience that you described. I mean, it was really just overwhelming, and actually, I mean, just the messages are just constant, you know, and if somebody sees that you're on there, suddenly there's like another 10 messages, and I don't know how to stop them, or there's very few people that really connect. What's really exciting is that when you get a genuine person that reaches out, says, hi, you know, thanks for joining my network, and I'm like, oh, heavens, you know, it's a real person. So I've been exploring LinkedIn recently, so I really found that very interesting what you were saying, and because now I sort of know, okay, well, it's not just me that's having these experiences.
Yeah, I think that's pretty typical. How do you use, maybe just a little bit beyond LinkedIn? How do you move how do you, I guess, migrate that experience? Like you do like production of movies and that sort of thing, right? How do you create that human experience online, I guess, is what I would love to know.
Well, I mean, I've been, pretty much, you know, I'll connect with pretty much everybody unless you're a stalker. You know, I'm sort of open.
How do you know?
Because, well, you know, I mean, if they start stalking me, well, then I'll know, you know, okay, get off my network. But pretty much, you know, because there's a lot of people, and you know, you can always learn something or connect, or somebody knows somebody, you know. When I do try to reach out to somebody, I'm just trying to reach out and build a relationship and just see if there's any, you know, if we connect, you know, just on happy birthday is a great one when it comes up, you know, the birthdays, like I always try to be on those and be a human. And then if, you know, also if somebody initiates conversations with me, then I'll try to get on, you know, and respond within 24 hours. So I guess that's my way of trying to be a good human on LinkedIn.
Yeah. No, that's good. And are you able to create? Do you use other social channels as well, or is LinkedIn just kind of a starting point for you?
Originally I started on Facebook, then I moved across and I did Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter now. And Keith has been really supportive in coaching me on the Twitter side of things. And I had an account, like I have had an account on LinkedIn for quite a long time, but only recently, I would say this last 6 months, I've tried to be more active on LinkedIn, actually go in and check messages and respond and initiate a little bit more. So it's still pretty new for me. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool. And any words of advice then for other newbies like yourself? What's sort of been the highlight and the low light?
The highlight is connecting with people, and a lot of people, and then connecting across other platforms, which has been really, really interesting. Like some people that I have connected with, then they've said, oh, hey, are you on Twitter or on Facebook? And then I've connected across on other platforms, which is, you know, to me it was kind of really refreshing, because, you know, it's great to connect across platforms so that everybody gets to see what you're doing, because it's slightly different on an Instagram than on a Twitter. So, you know, if we're connected across everything, right, so then it's a conceptual thing. So that's been the highlight, I think. And just the other word of caution was, you know, if people start, you know, just bombarding you with, hey, look at this, you know, like, so you know, I'm not Steven Spielberg, but I swear I've got like millions of scripts that people are sending me. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of have to ease everybody into it. No, that's good, Indra. Thank you so much for your thoughts and insights. Let's get really appreciate that. I'll just drop you off, and then if you want to come back later as well, I would love to hear from you too. So who do we have left? We've got the amazing Elaine. Welcome, Elaine.
Well, thank you. Nice to see you. It's been a while. I have to agree with everything Vivica said, because it's gotten to the point on LinkedIn that the bulk of the messages every day, the ones that are done by a bot or some other such thing, whatever they have in their name shows up. So you know automatically that it's not a person. I don't announce myself as Elaine Lindsay, certainly not too often. I'm just Elaine. If I'm talking to somebody, if I'm going to send someone a note, I'm just going to say Elaine. Why would I announce my last name? That, in my case, makes life a little more difficult because I have a first name for a last name. So I get to weed out all the goofs in LinkedIn because a lot of them will send a message to Dear Lindsay. I had one guy and I wrote back, Dear Jones. Not
Dear
any way
Jones.
to address me. See ya. Sometimes I just lose patience with people that are not paying attention. But it's not just LinkedIn, okay? I started way back when, as Vivica knows, with Mari Smith, and it's all about the relationship for me. And for me, it's not just social. Because I'm a digital integration specialist, it's about everything. And Vivica brought in something really important because it's so nice to hear now. Even with SEO, your mindset matters. If you're not ready to be seen, your mindset is not in a place that you can properly approach social media or SEO or anything in the digital world. And right off the bat, you're kind of behind the 8 ball. Think of it like making a new friend. As you said, you put it well, you don't walk up to the first person you see and go, hey, want to marry me? You know, some days someone will say yes.
Somewhat,
but
yeah, if you keep asking enough of them.
Yeah, it's not the most effective way to build a relationship. And, you know, for instance, I walk our dog every day, and our dog has issues. So the people that I meet in the dog parks,
Wait, your dog has issues? What do you mean?
My dog has issues. I have a little
But he's not
chihuahua.
online. Your dog's not online. Is that what you mean?
Yes, she is. She is
Okay.
the Diva Chi. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter.
Nice.
And when you approach these things, even as a dog, she approaches it to build a relationship with the people she deals with.
Yeah.
And today happened to be her birthday. There are tons and tons of birthday wishes on her Twitter account, which, of course, we will get her to answer.
Your dog can type? Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah, she's pretty good. She fits well on the keyboard because she's 4 pounds, right?
Lisa says dogs matter. Sorry.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, hang on in there. Dogs do matter. But all kidding aside, the fact is, if you don't build a relationship, then what the hell do you expect from somebody? Into a relationship expecting a sale. That's not the point. Not everybody's going to be a good prospect, but everybody can be a good relationship.
Very profound.
And to me,
can you type that into the chat? I love that.
Hell yeah. I will. Can't do 2 things at once. I'm old. I'll do it when I'm done. But I truly believe that, you know, everybody has a place in your life. Everybody has some kind of relationship that you can have. Yeah. And the fact is, I want to say hello to every single human on the planet at some point. Ask my husband. I do it walking down the street when we're on holidays. I do it in the morning walking the dog. I will say hello to anyone and everyone, because you never know where that next great relationship is going to be. Now, take it from life and put it in business. If you don't reach out and you don't try to get to know someone, how the hell do you ever know if you could make a sale with that person?
Yeah, you have to explore it. And you've actually started to cover topics on our next question, was how do we actually make it better? How do we make social media better? And how do we make online better as well. So thank you for touching on that. I just want to introduce Lisa Smith.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Hey.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, I just wanted to. She said dogs, so I decided I'd have to like grab the mic. But I pet sit across the country while I work. But you said something very important about the relationship part, and what I found. I've done so many different channels of social media, got kicked off of Facebook, but I'm back and I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. But what I found is it's about having the personal connection. Even we run magazines and all that kind of stuff. It's about the personal connection. On Twitter, I started Twitter, I think it was like 2008 or something. And what I loved is you could connect with the person and also the company at the same time. There was no whereas Facebook divides you off. It's like, you're a person, you're not allowed to be a company. Like, they split you off. And Instagram, you can do the same. And I've got all kinds of diversification going on, which is tiring. But from Twitter, I was able to really connect with our audience a little bit better, and just as the magazine and whatever, and found that if you talk to people, they start promoting what you're trying to share, and you will get more connections that way. So maybe the person you're talking to on social media is not the person that you're going to maybe do business with, but they know someone who knows someone. And that's the whole thing about social media. It's a web, and you just got to walk the web lines. That's it.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Elaine. Did you want to comment? I was just going to. There's actually, it's interesting. I just want to say something. It's interesting because we're kind of figuring out how we go with this platform as well. So I don't want to just kind of drop you off, kick you out the door and say, hey.
Kick me out.
No, I can drop the mic. Watch.
No, it was good.
Oh, wow.
Wine time.
Yeah. Oh, wine time. There you go. Yeah, actually, it is Tuesday night for you guys.
I got to learn to drink or something. Okay. I'll drop the mic. You guys talk for a while. You both know I'll be back.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Elaine. Thank you so much. Welcome back, Keith. Yeah. So did you have a point or question? Thanks, Lisa, as well. Really appreciate your insights here.
I want to pick up on Indra's comments and also Viveka's comments, and most importantly, Elaine's comments. The thing that I do on Twitter, and Indra will attest to this, Natasha will attest to this, Olivia, who's a recent friend from Deakin Uni, will attest to this. This is a power hack about how to do things compared to what happens on LinkedIn. I always say hello. Hey, how you doing? What are you doing? Forget about me. How are you doing? What's the weather like in Connecticut today? It's 9 degrees here. What is that in Fahrenheit? You have a real conversation with a real person, and then maybe something develops. They come on my live stream. They come on our event. We feature them on the blog. We do something for them first, and it's natural for those who do it. I find LinkedIn incredibly frustrating. 93 was it not? Yeah, 93 in Connecticut, which is about 35 degrees Celsius. It's currently 10 degrees in sunny Melbourne. But what do you think, Doyle? Why do you think people just spam the shit out of people on LinkedIn, and why is that even allowed?
Well, number one, honestly, it's inexperience. I'll be completely blunt, and just it's a matter of deciding. Again, people see this as a magical tool that's going to get you business and that sort of thing, but fundamentally, it doesn't work like that. And yeah, there is a huge disconnect here between like what you would do in a real situation. And there's been funny, humorous skits about, yelling, broadcasting across the cafeteria or whatever about what you're doing for a status update. But we're kind of beyond that. But the problem is that a lot of people haven't figured that out yet for whatever reason. They say, oh, well, the internet gold rush, so I got to go, mine my gold kind of thing. And without realizing that, guess what? You're still talking to a human. It's human to human through this interface, right? And I think that's what a lot of people miss, is that we don't actually have that capability to understand that. So we have to go back and we have to make it more human. We have to have those hellos to everybody, to 7.8 billion people. That's going to take some time, Elaine, but that's what we can really do is really kind of get behind that and look at it from a human to human. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, it's online. Yes, it's, there is that layer there between us, but if we can actually enhance that, I think that's fundamentally what we want to do. So I want to continue the question, like, how do we make it better for your company, your business, your brand, as well? And love to get more people up on stage.
Well, let me just do a bit of a shout out to some buddies that have come and get them on the stage.
Please come join us.
Eileen is an awesome Aussie from Melbourne. We had a chat on Friday. She's in the room. Natasha's a very good friend from LA. She's in the room. June is calling in from New York. She's in the room. And Peg has a really cool business for teaching tech to over 50. She's in the room. Why don't we get one of those in on the idea and get them chatting? Also, Lisa can come back and Olivia can come in and talk if she wants. She's studying this stuff at Deakin. And John's there. The magician dude is there. The magician
welcome,
dude.
John. Yeah. We got a special treat. John Martin, our magician's going to show us a few things. So
so why don't we I'll drop the mic and we'll get a couple of other people in the room.
Yeah. Well, come join in. So the question we want to look at next, and then we're going to jump into next some of the round tables as well, where we'll be able to kind of continue that discussion, but in a much smaller group as well. So I would really love to hear your thoughts. How do we make the social media experience better for us? Okay, for us humans, through your company, through your brand, through those interactions as well. So come and jump in on stage and tell us what you think. We've got a lot of people here. Vivica, if you want to come back on. Lisa, please. Irene, Indra, Elaine, come on, don't be so shy. Natasha, there we go. Vivica, yes. Lisa, yes. Irene, thank you. Oh, everybody, oh my goodness. All right. Okay, let's get a few more, and then we'll go for a few minutes, and then we'll jump into the round. Actually, hey Keith, do we have our special guest as well? Our other second special guest? Is she here yet?
Huh.
The songstress?
Ooh.
We've got a surprise. Anyway, let's go. Who would like to chat first? Vivica, you were the first on the button, the power button. Mic button.
Then I was I was dealing with all this stuff. So what was the question again?
Oh, well, how do we actually make this? So how do we make social media better? We know what we don't want. How do we make it better for our business, our brand, even our profile? Let's say as well.
Yeah. And to what everyone has already said tonight, you have to make it more human. You have to make it about the human experience. One of the ways that we can do that, and LinkedIn has come out with a whole bunch of cool new features, is to get our faces out there, quite literally. So, number one, look like your photo, because number two, LinkedIn has these new video cover stories, which are really cool. I call it the Harry Potter effect, right? And it's like there's your picture, and then your picture or a video starts moving. Exactly. And then people can click on the little ring and hear your 30-second advertisement or video. It shouldn't be an advertisement. Your 30-second video introduction, let's just call it. So you've got that. You've got the name pronunciation tool, which is 10 seconds that you can tell people who you are and what you do. And for most of the people on this call, I'm looking at all the names here, like with the exception of maybe Keith, we all have slightly weird names. People might not know whether to say our first name last or our last name first, or they might not just know how to say our name exactly, or they might not know how to say our names at all.
Thanks,
which is
Mom.
me. Yeah, exactly. Thanks so much. And it gives us an opportunity to say who we are, where we work, but also who we help. And then even with that, you've got your banner image, which is a great marketing asset that so many companies and people miss out on. So there's even just above the fold, there's so much that you can do to humanize your profile and make yourself real. And then I'll just say one more thing and then I'll shut up. You also want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is actually focused on your buyer or on your audience or on your prospects. It should not be a resume. It should be a resource for your audience and everything you do on it, from your cover, video cover story, to your headline, to your about section, to the content and the media that you upload, should showcase and serve your audience, not unless you're looking for a job, and then it can be a resume. But for everybody, all the rest of us, we need to be showcasing how we help our audience and how we serve them. It needs to be buyer centric, not about us.
Nice. I totally love that. And are you doing that if we go to your LinkedIn profile now? Is that what we're going to find?
100%. Okay. Yes, please feel free
so
to.
Everybody copy Vivica.
I actually have a free book. It's not free. It is. It's my latest book, but I actually have it on PDF form. So I'll get that for everybody.
Excellent. So you'll be our LinkedIn swipe file.
I will be your LinkedIn swipe file.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Elaine, you want to go next?
Yeah, I just want to add to what Vivica said, because, she gets all that right. It's like everything else in social media, in your website, it's not about you. Okay? Even your about page, it's not about you.
Exactly.
The last paragraph, maybe the last two, if you got a lot of crap there, you can put your stuff in there, but they don't care about your accreditation. They don't care how long you went to school or how far uphill you had to go to get there. It's not about you. It's about how can you serve me. That's what the customer and the client wants to know. Your audience is there because they need help. So why not give them the tools that they need and do that first? I deal with clients who say, but I don't want to give away everything. Yeah, you do. Okay? Yeah. Because everything you give away lets people see just who you really are. And it doesn't matter if you give them everything. Those who need you will hire you anyway.
Because they want you to curate the experience for them.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes we all need hand-holding. Vivica, I know you, like me, I have mentors. I have people that I go to, and coaches and what have you. Good God, I have a plethora of them. Changing my life one little brick at a time. But it's important that you go to people that know a little bit more than you do, so that what you're handing off to others is always fresh and good and serves them well.
Absolutely.
And because I'm a general goof, as everybody knows, at the end of that, I have to say to Keith is now saying, I don't like LinkedIn. I don't get LinkedIn. That's what you said about video. And look at you now.
Look at Keith go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elaine.
People won't know this, but I introduced Keith to video in Twitter way back when.
Oh, wow.
And he said, I hate this. I'm not going to do this. No, this is not for me. Now you can't get him out. So, hey, LinkedIn.
So now you got to get him on LinkedIn that way.
Yeah.
Guaranteed very soon you'll be hearing him just singing the praises.
Awesome. Thanks, Elaine. Appreciate that. And I'm going to cycle you off stage and bring in June as well. Thank you so much as well, Vivica. And actually, Lisa.
I got to fix my LinkedIn. That's what I've learned. I'm in trouble. I've got to do my LinkedIn better, apparently, but I kind of ignored it for many years. But I think really part of connecting is when people connect with you on social media to actually respond and answer them. If they like something you've posted, respond. And I wonder I'm questioning how, if we're on so many platforms, how do we do it all and not do it automated? You know what I mean? So we've got to get to a point of, do you join every single social media platform and be able to respond to everything yourself without the automated? Because how many times are you on something that is automated and you're trying to communicate? This is what I'm saying. I'm coming from a different platform of businesses right now. They don't answer phones. Half of the websites do not have a phone number. Okay. So you email and, oh, we don't answer emails of COVID. So you're trying to fix something and you're losing trust in the company.
Wait, you don't
So-
answer emails in COVID?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? So then you go on their social media, and if people do not answer their messages or answer when someone posts something nice, I'm not saying you have to answer every comment, but if you're a restaurant, if you're a hotel, if you're in any kind of service industry and you do not comment back or maybe delete it if it's bad, then you're losing the potential of a relationship and a long-term business relationship, regardless of your business. So I've even like Twitter, I stopped kind of always saying thank you to everybody for sharing or whatever, but I realized, dude, you got to get back to it. So you've got to thank your audience when they share or comment, and I'm a little guilty right now. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's good to know that. Yeah, at least we know kind of how to improve that. Thank you so much, Lisa. Appreciate that.
Okay, I'll drop myself.
Okay, and welcome, Deborah. How are you?
Oh, great to see everybody. So many familiar faces, and it's awesome. Good discussion. And I'm still trying to realize how to figure out how to run the world over here. And I have so many like different open tabs and talking away. So this is interesting new platform. And I think that that's something that I'm going to shut everything off so I can see there we go. I can see you now. Hi. I just said I love you on there because Eileen said to me, good seeing you tonight. You look great. And I'm like, I love you. And then I wrote it. I think I wrote that to Doyle. So if you get a note there that says I love you, that's what it's all about.
That's okay. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Which know your social media platform. I think that that's one thing that
know it. Okay, that's good insights. Yeah.
Know your social media platform. Understand the target audience that is there. Because in my opinion, when you look at social as a holistic piece, we want to be with our peers and also in front of our customers. And sometimes that's two different things. I'm a digital marketing consultant. I don't need to teach my peers about SEO. Either that they know it, so they're colleagues.
Yeah, or they bring it to the game. Yeah.
They're not my target audience unless they have been when it's an agency and they say we need help quick and they'll grab me in. But aside of that, so it is two different target audiences for like my business. But the authenticity is where you can balance both audiences in the same realm. And that is if you are in the right space.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of discussion about LinkedIn. LinkedIn's, I think the person that I look to that says, this person's doing like amazing work on social is Gary Vee. I mean, there's nobody in this room who doesn't know who Gary Vee is, I think.
Oh, wait, let's do a poll here. I've been surprised sometimes.
All right. Does everybody know Gary Vee? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Because Gary Vee's New York. He's bottom line up front. He's very heavy into social media. And I think he owns like an NFL team. Started out as a wine guy. So all of this is on social. And it's being in front of who our audience is. And as other speakers have talked about, it's not about pushing, hey, I'm a digital marketer. It's I can solve your problems and get you to the top in Google. I mean, that's pretty simple. That's, my intro to it.
Yeah.
So it's how can I serve you? And this is my expertise. Are we a fit? And that's the same with businesses. They should be on the social platform where their target audience is. I speak about that every day. I think any of us in digital say, if you're going to be on a social channel, you have to manage it or get someone to manage it. Because you can't have a blank, be on Twitter and have 2 followers and never speak, because then it's just a waste of space.
Yeah, no, cool. Sorry, Deborah. I want to keep. I know Irene in the background. She's tapping on the back of my shoulder here to say, Doyle, you got to move things along.
Moving, thank you.
No, so thank you so much, Deborah. These conversations can go forever. June, I know you just joined me on stage, as well as Peg also. So thank you so much. If you want to say a quick few words, and actually John Martin is going to be our entertainment. So John, if you want to grab the mic and get yourself ready. I'll bring you on stage for our magician. So John, grab the mic. If you're there, hopefully you're still there. And yeah, June, welcome.
Thank you. Wonderful to work with you, Doyle.
Yeah.
About the UU message, what do you think about me? No, I'm only kidding. That was a joke. Anyway, on LinkedIn, you can have up to 50 different groups. And ideally, if you really want to connect with people, you really need a different message for each one of the groups. Yeah. And you've joined each one of them for a different reason, and that makes a difference. So that's kind of the de-integration portion of it. Yeah. And then the other portion of it is really the integration portion of it that you just spoke about a little while ago. And that's really key. There's so many moving pieces going on in this whole global social media process that you really need to figure out a way of organizing it and making sure that you can handle it. And as somebody else originally said, it's very confusing when you're dealing with so many different channels, because they all have their own way of going at it. And one of the things that I find frustrating is that I can't seem to organize the information on a continuing chain of information. Yeah. So if I make, a relationship with somebody and they say something and I say, oh, I'm interested in that also, and here's how I'm interested in it. Sometimes I can't even find them in the chain of the individual messages and where they came from. And also, you need to know, like with the stories and the posts and whatever, it's only kept for a very short period of time. So you better look at it immediately, if not sooner, and figure out how to get to it, because you're going to lose it.
Now is the time, definitely. Yeah, cool. And sorry, June, we are going to go into the round tables after John does his magic. So thank you, June, and maybe we can continue this conversation as well in there. And I just want to say, Peg, welcome. Just if you wanted to quickly, yes, give us your idea or whatever, and then we'll move on to John.
Well, I just wanted to say that.
Thanks, June.
Thanks so much, Doyle. Recently, when I'm working with my clients, I'm needing to identify their business and where their business fits on a particular platform. And so and then what other platforms should I join them to? Okay, so lately you're talking about Gary Vee. Okay, so I'm heavy into Gary Vee, the NFT world, cryptocurrency, okay, and other things. I've been studying it for about 4 or 5 years. I've been doing NFTs for about 10, but that's not my focus, but I am heading that way. Okay, I'm changing direction. I'm not giving up on my over 50 adults. I've been teaching them for 18 years. I'm 63. So, but I also, this is something that is so exciting. It's like 1999 all over again. Okay, in the tech space. Okay, so, but with that, okay, I'm finding that community, okay, is on Instagram, Twitter, Discord, okay, primarily, and then they each has a podcast, a YouTube channel, or something like that. And that's what Gary says to people that are starting right off, that the first thing you need is a podcast. He said, forget, YouTube and things like that for anything. That's his recent advice. But I follow Gary Vee really heavily. I've been following him a long time, probably since 2010 with, and as far as business goes, the kindness, empathy, sympathy, okay, that he preaches, that's the way to do business. And when you act in that manner, you will absolutely find others that are like-minded in that community and wish to work with you and treat you properly. So anyway, I'll talk more about this if you like later.
Yeah.
About
no, thank you.
Out from my clients. Recently, the thing they were saying that you should just pick a platform, okay, and that's it, and then focus on that, learn the metrics of it. I mean, whatever one fits for your client. If it's Facebook or whatever, you should focus on that one, and then the roadmap to the other things. So.
Perfect. Yeah. No, Thank you, Peg. Really appreciate your insights there. All right. So next up we have Mr. John Martin, that is, the magician. And he's asking if somebody else would like to come up on stage. I would volunteer, but I want somebody else up on stage.
Yeah,
I want to watch.
Use more than one, Doyle, so I'll probably still ask you to help out, but it could be good if somebody else wants
Do you want me to stay here?
Yeah, yeah, you stay on, and then if we have someone else, that'd be
so
good. I can show you something while I'm waiting for someone to come on.
All right, we haven't heard from Natasha, so I'm gonna get Natasha to jump on stage here. I know everybody's volunteering, so thank you, everybody.
Nobody volunteers for the magician, even online. Nobody volunteers. For
that's the hypnotist, isn't
it? Yeah. So,
all right, the show's yours, John.
Cool. Thank you very much. So, my name's John Martin. I'm a full-time magician based over in the UK, and I use social media a lot. But I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, really, in some ways. I'm not going to go into my feelings on it, but this sort of thing is perfect for me because 12 months ago, this didn't happen. Magicians doing magic online, there was no such thing. So I'm just going to show you something. This is a couple of little quick tricks. So, for example, if you could just talk about the English language, how confusing it is, regardless of where we are in the world. And I'll give you an example. So this is a hole card. Now, it's a hole card because it has a hole in the middle of it, okay? And this is also a hole card because it doesn't have a hole in the middle of it. To go along with this hole card and this hole card. So a trick with 2 hole cards and 2 hole cards. Now, the hole card has a red back, which means if I put the hole card in front of it, I now get a spot card. And here we have now 2 spot cards made up of 2 hole cards and 2 hole cards. So the idea is, what can we do else with this? Well, if I was to take out one of the other hole card, all I have to do is just kind of snap my fingers, and actually it now becomes an actual spot card. The hole does not rub off. So we've got a hole card, and a spot card. So if I take the other hole card and just tap it against this one, then we get a whole load of spots over here. So actually what we've got is a hole card and a hole card, but you don't need a hole card to make a spot card. You need some of the hole card to make a spot card. For example, just that much. So I'm still using a whole card, but I don't need the whole card. I just need some of the card. But still some of the card of the whole card makes a spot card. And if you just give it another tap, the hole now has a spot right around it. So what we've actually got is a whole card with a spot. We have a whole card with a red back. We have a whole load of spots. And at some point there was, there's a spot, but there's sometime there was another hole. And that there, that's the way around, is the whole story. So for me, we can suddenly start doing tricks, but it goes further than that. We can do really interactive things. So Natasha, you've been kind of put in the spotlight. I've got a prediction. All right. Now I'm going to come back to this prediction in just a minute, but it's just going to kind of sit. I don't know if you can see. It's just going to sit here on. It's not going anywhere. Yeah. But for this, I do need my iPad. So all I'm going to do is kind of maybe show you this. So, I need to open up a minute. Here we go. Calculator. Could you give me a 2-digit number, please?
62.
62. Okay. And I'm going to multiply that by another 2-digit number.
8.
8. So another 2 digits. So 80.
And another 2-digit number?
Yeah.
Or sorry, what was that?
Yeah, so another 2-digit number. So it'll be 80 something.
4.
84. Okay. Now I want to multiply that by another 2-digit number, but mix it up. Keep mixing them up. So that was 84. So let's multiply it by another 2-digit number.
37.
37. And then we're going to multiply it by one more We'll do a 3-digit number this time. Do a 3-digit number.
156.
156. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I do is I press equals, and I get a number come up here, which is 6,414,704. Now, I've got a prediction here.
Okay.
In fact, I've got 2 predictions. The first actual prediction says nothing. Just in case it goes wrong, I give myself a little back door, a little way out. But I don't think it did go wrong, because under here, I've actually got a second prediction. And your numbers, which you just gave me, if I bring that close, that is 6414704. Now, there's actually just one other thing. It's because magicians never do anything for nothing. This is here for a reason. Because if you look really closely, if we just change the perspective ever so little bit, or turn it 180 degrees, nothing now becomes 6414704. There you go.
Ow!
So maybe I kind of knew what you were going to do. That's why it's in the envelope marked prediction. But if you've got, I've got one more thing to show. It take about 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you come back on, Doyle, I could use you for this actually, because sometimes it might be that I've already had a little chat with Natasha, and we've already. But I think by her reaction, we know that's not the case. But I thought I'd do something with more than one of you. So this is all about pick a card. It's the most simple of all card tricks. Pick a card. And what I'm going to do is I'll ask the 2 of you between you to pick a card. So Natasha, I'm going to start with you. You're just going to pick the value, okay? And then Doyle, you're then going to pick the color. And then Natasha, we're going to come back to you for the suit. So we don't really know what the card is going to be until you make your final decision, okay? So let's see how we go. If this goes well, you guys have to go crazy, all right? So Natasha, you can have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, or king. What would you like?
Jack.
A jack. Doyle,
Jack.
Is this a red jack or a black jack?
Black jack.
Natasha, is it the jack of clubs or the jack of spades?
Jack of spades.
The jack of spades is a pretty fair way of picking a card. Now, all this time, I've had a deck of cards just sitting down here, and I'm just going to take out the jack of spades. So we're just going to go through. As you can see, as I go, nice and close to the top. But as you go through, you can see all the cards are different. There's high cards, low cards, picture cards, spot cards. Every card is here. There are no duplicates. Now then, I said if this works well, you've got to go crazy. Now, the reason is because on some of these cards, on the back of every card, I've written something. If you'd chosen the 2 of spades, I'd have got a big boo. We'd have gone wrong. We don't want that card, a boo. The 6 of diamonds, that's also got the word boo written on the back. The 4 of diamonds, that's also got the word boo. In fact, every single one of these cards has got the word boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Every single card. All but one. And we did not set this up. But on the back of the jack of spades, I wrote go crazy. There you go.
Going crazy.
Thank you very much.
Wow. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, John Martin, all the way from the UK, which it's quite late there, very early. So thank you so much, John. Yeah. Oh, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you, John.
Amazing, going crazy, going crazy.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Everybody get in touch with John. Thanks, John.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much for being the volunteer. Appreciate it, Natasha. All right, so we're at a little bit of a crossroads here. The plan was there's always a plan, and then there's a plan B. The plan was we were going to have groups, small sort of round tables where we could continue the discussion. And we're also going to have like a networking, some one-on-one networking. So, is Sophie here? Sophie Dorsten, she's going to be joining us as well. Oh, okay. Hey, welcome, Sophie. Do you want to sing now then? Maybe we'll just do the entertainment now. We'd love it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Grab the mic and let's get you on stage. So performance number 2. This was going to come between other things, and we'll have to kind of reformat how we actually finish this. But let's get Sophie up here first and have some wonderful music.
Hello.
All right. So here she comes, and she's going to be playing us some music. So welcome, Sophie.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, really, really appreciate you taking the time. So tell us a quick little, I'll give you the stage. Tell us about yourself, and then let's, I'm going to drop off camera because I don't want to be a distraction here.
Yeah. So,
And cool. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. My name is Sophie Dorsten. I'm a 19-year-old singer-songwriter from Arizona, and I want to say thank you for having me. So yeah, this first song is an original. It's called Leaves. I know it's not the same as reality, but I like living this fantasy. The walls are made out of dust, but please just let me readjust. Oh, I don't know the words to speak. Tears in my throat, they're whispering. I don't know the words to say. All these words are messing with my brain. Oh, I've stepped on these thorns. I've gone through this door. It's not the safest place to make sure I don't fall apart, to store my delicate heart. The leaves are changing, and my mind is fading, like time and my memories. I don't think we think the same things. I don't know the words to speak. The tears in my throat, they're whispering. I don't know the words to say. All these words are messing with my brain. Oh, I've stepped on these thorns. I've gone through this door. It's not the safest place to make sure I don't fall apart, to store my delicate heart. So that was my song, Leaves. I have 2 more songs for you guys. This next song is an original. It's called Tomorrow. I released this on all music platforms like Spotify and iTunes or Apple Music and any music platform there is. So be sure to check that out under Sophie Dorsten. But yeah, this song is an original called Tomorrow. touch the sky. My mind erased from it all. It's alright, I'm fine. The time is spinning around. I cannot let it go. No, not for now. It's in my mind. I'm scared, but I'll be fine. I can hardly breathe now. How do I breathe tomorrow? Tomorrow, when I take the flight, now listen to the sorrows. My words have caught the light. It's alright, I'm fine. It's the time spinning around. I cannot let it go. No, not for now. It's in my mind. Scared, but I'll be fine. I can hardly breathe now. How do I breathe tomorrow? Tomorrow, Cool. So that was my song Tomorrow. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone in the comments. You guys are so sweet. Let's do, I have one last song, and this is one of my favorite covers, and this is by a band called First Aid Kit, and it's called Firework. Oh, everyone's telling me to do Until June. I totally would, but I usually play that song for my brother, and yeah, so one of my songs, Until June, is out on platform if you guys are interested in that, but yeah, so this is Fireworks by First Aid Kit. Could've sworn I saw fireworks from your arms last night, as the lights flickered and they fell, had it all figured out. Why do I do this to you? Ooh, myself every time I know the way it ends before it's even begun. I'm the only one at the finish I took a trip out to the frozen lakes, and it felt so far away. But I could feel it crashing over me. No escaping harsh light of day. Why do I do this to myself every time? I know the way it ends before it's even begun. I am the only one at the finish line. Stood out on the beach in Chicago, got next to you in Silver Lake Avenue. Wherever I went, I always knew till I didn't know. Why do I do this to myself every time? I'm the way it ends before it's even begun. I'm the only one at the finish line. Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right. Wow, was that ever fantastic? Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah,
That
thank
was
you so much.
yeah, chills. It was absolutely lovely. Chills. Go crazy for Sophie. Yeah, brilliant performance.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And maybe you could join us again on our future events too. So
Totally.
all right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Wow. Wasn't that incredible? That was amazing. I love that. That to me is where we need to go, right? We need to be able to create more experiences and that sort of thing. So before we are kind of just in terms of the flow of the show, we do have 15 more minutes, and we were going to do some roundtables, but I don't think we're going to do that now. So actually there's two choices. We can either do, well, actually three choices: roundtable, go into some one-on-one networking so you get to meet each other, or we'll just kind of continue the discussion. If you wouldn't mind putting that in the chat, do you want networking, roundtable, or just continue? We will be able to continue the conversation. We do, I think I said it, we're going to have like an after party as well. So at 1:30, the hour, please stick around if you want. We'll just kind of have a freestyle discussion or whatever the case may be. So let's see, 1-to-1. So yeah, let's maybe just do that. I will set that up. Keith, I'll just get you on stage while I set it up. So we'll try to do like 2 rounds of about 3 to 4 minutes so you can connect with each other. And then we'll come back. We'll just close and go from there. Sound good?
Yeah,
so
good
Keith,
idea.
Take it away. I'm just going to go set this up. So you can be our next speaking entertainment for the next 30 seconds.
I don't have any magic tricks. Go crazy. Go crazy.
We'll sing. Can you sing? Ooh. Actually, you can play the guitar, Keith.
No, I can sing. I can make up songs on the spot. Very good at improv. Look, I really want to think what's happened so far. Look at what we've done. Just look at what we're doing here. This is Run the World. If you haven't heard of it before, you're seeing it possibly for the first time. Run the World today. You're used to seeing me doing my StreamYard shows, which I love, but it doesn't have that interactivity, which and doing this show clearly indicates where we can take it. We can have a magician calling in at 2 a.m. doing card tricks with a whole card or a whole card. I mean, how cool is that?
It was like a great dad joke too.
No, amazing. We can, thanks for Natasha for volunteering to do that, and just that really long number that spelt nothing underneath, wasn't that amazing? You turn nothing upside down and then suddenly it becomes a number, a config of 3 completely random numbers, which Natasha picked.
Yeah. No, it was
so
really
this is what this is all about. We've never done this before. This is the first event we're doing.
Well, the first time we've had a music and a musician all combined. This is actually number 3, session number 3. So the Digital Experience Hub number 3. So, and as Keith mentioned, we have July 29th is the session number 4. So we'd love
right-hand corner. You can register now, can't you?
Yeah, the pages are. We're still obviously finalizing the topic and that sort of thing, but we'd love to have you join us as well. So Keith, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to push everybody into the networking group. So we're going to do like 2 chats, so 2 rounds of about 3 minutes. So it's not very much time, obviously, but it's just to kind of connect and say hi and tell a bit about yourself as well. And love to get your insights as well as how do we improve the digital experience. And making sure that we kind of, if that's something that you want to come back and talk about in the after party, that would be cool as well. So I'll let everything roll, and then I will see you guys back here in about 6 to 7 minutes. And it will guide you through, and it is random, so it might take a little bit to kind of actually cycle through. So just give it some time. And let's if you want to. Okay, all right. Irene's back. Keith Keller wants the mic. No, no, Keith. Just kidding. Yeah, so we're about to wrap up. I do want to respect our time. I know we did say that 8:30 or half past the hour. So we are going to go into an after party. And if you want to stick around, have some more conversations, we'll just have like an open group like this and that sort of thing. So Keith, did you want to wrap up as well?
Well, I just wanted to say that I wanted to thank everyone for being here, and just to say that this is Run the World. You've probably never heard of it before, and this is probably your first introduction. We are having another one of these on July 29th. You can register today, and we'll fill in the gaps in between now and then. And it's really just a chance to have a chat, meet some new people, do some one-on-one networking, maybe have a band on, a magician, have a bit of fun, and I think it leaves StreamYard for dead, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Well, it's a totally different experience, which is good, right? Like it makes sense in terms of being able to see how these different environments, how we can work with them as well, and that's part of the fun and exploration as well. So, Irene, did you want to say any final words at all? And then we'll just kind of wrap up. Like I said, if you do need to leave at 1:30, feel free. And it's a matter of just we'll continue here. If you want to have more of a conversation, we'll bring everybody. Actually, you know what? We'll bring everybody up on stage, and we can just kind of chat together as well. And love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your feedback, that sort of thing as well. So it's really cool to be here and talking with you also. So, Irene. Where'd you go? You disappeared.
I'm
there we
here.
go.
I'm always here, Doyle. Yes, everyone.
All right.
Yay, to wrap the whole thing up, right? We did so many different things. I spoke
wasn't
with
that cool?
fabulous people. So thank you, everyone, for attending today. And we're excited because next time Keith promised us he's going to be, what is it? He's going to be riding the bike around the arena, I think, for us, and singing and dancing all at the same time.
The clown show.
I'll get an
The clown show, exactly. So please stay tuned for next month, right? End of July. Yes.
Anything could happen. I mean, anything, couldn't it? I mean, look at what we've done. We've done 2 series now using StreamYard and Restream and Haps, and these are great. But they're very, as Doyle often says, they're very one-directional. I'm talking at you, and you're watching me. Right.
This is the evolution of TV.
Now
it's the evolution.
We're looking at Keith instead.
Yeah.
But we can interact. Like that
which is
magician.
fantastic.
That was a great find, man. That was just such a great find.
Yeah, thanks, John.
To Keith, please. Round of applause to Keith and Doyle, because Doyle is our
go crazy for me. Go crazy for me.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Doyle, thank you.
No, thank you.
So let's let
Irene.
people leave if they need to leave.
Thank you, Keith. I'm just gonna play a quick little video, so to give you like 30 minute to kind of regroup, and if you want to join us back with the after party, I've got to push some buttons as well. Turn off the live. I hope I'm not going to press the wrong one this time, but we'll see you in like 2 minutes for the after party.
Okay.
Mystery. 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, wait.